Hello, welcome to the Scumdog's Kennel. I'm your host, Christopher Williams, and I have a great show planned for us. Just let me wait a moment and let my live stream get online. But first, we'll go and while we wait for people to come, we'll go and look at some of my artwork from my upcoming graphic novel, Scumdogs. So let me get up some of that artwork. Let me go down here. Just a moment. Let me go over here too. Let's see. Let's get you and you. Just a moment while I get the stuff up. Don't worry, folks. We'll be having some fun. I have some artwork to show off, and you'll enjoy it. Then we'll go out and look at some news stories. All right, let me go down here. Get you. You and let's see. Yeah. As well as you and you. Let's see this. All right, let me go over to the share screen and stuff. Just a moment. Here we are. There. Now, thank you for joining the Scumdog's Kennel. Thank you for being here and watching my show. Now, let's go and look at some artwork. Here we have a page with, Buick Starpoon on it. Let me get out the, there's the black and white. You can compare them and stuff. I did really good coloring this page. And the black and white, it looks awesome, doesn't it? The line art looks great. As you can see, I really worked hard on this page. And the colored part does look good, but maybe I'll get someone like a pro colorist to go over my artwork and recolor it. As well as doing some other stuff. Well, maybe it's good for what it is. All right, let's see. Here's this black and white artwork, and we have the colored right up here. Let's go to the first page first. I'm going to do this. You see the black and white line artwork for the first page, and you see the colored. And this is where a problem. When I showed off some of my artwork, some people didn't say it looked so good, but then I was only showing off some of the colored artwork. The line art looks really good. But I could go over it a bit, trying to get it look a bit better. All right. Let's see this. Look at this. All right. Here's this page. It's right down here, the colored one. Comparing it, the colored one is good, but it just looks sort of amateurish. But when I look at the black and white artwork, it looks good. I figure if I get a pro colorist maybe to go over some of my artwork, it would look better, or at least recolor this page, because this was But you gotta understand that I did color this page, and some of my color artwork is really good, but I colored this a little while ago, so I might have to just restart from scratch and just do an entirely new recoloration of this page so I can get it right. And you'll enjoy this artwork and stuff like that in my upcoming Scumdogs graphic novel. It's not done yet, as I keep saying, but when it's up on Indiegogo, go and back it. And I keep working on it every day. Well, try to working on it every day. All right. Now we have this page. Let's go down here. Here's the fully colored version of it. It's here. As you can see, it looks good. The colored version is good and stuff, but some of the background might be needing to be redone. The windows is one thing I tried doing as good as it could, and it came out pretty good, but I think it could come out so much better. But I did pretty good on this, and the crowd is pretty much fun. And you see, well, Deathmug removing his skin, revealing himself to be a cyborg. All right. Here's another picture with Buick Starpoon being confirmed by Deathmug. And you guys see I did really good with the face. And more artwork up. We have this one as well with Papa Snore, the leader of the Snores. His Snorlings are asking him if he's all right. You see the anger in his face right there. Then he screams to high heaven. Their archenemy Gag the Hag hears and hopes it's something horrible that happened to them. You also see this artwork down here, and it looks awesome. You gotta love it. All right. Let's see. You have the black and white pinup art for Hair Metal Doctor, which we have right down here. Right down here. Now, see, this is my latest coloring job, and it looks pro. It looks good enough for it to be in a comic book. But when I compare it to my earlier work, it maybe is not as good. You see this? Going a close-up version of it. You gotta love how he's strumming that guitar and looks awesome with him singing. All right. Here's this panel with Buick Starpoon again. And we also have the artwork right here where the Scumdogs are trashing Snore Village as they run through it. He looks pretty good. I did pretty good with this panel, making them look big, like giants and stuff next to the Snores. Looks really good. All right. Let me go back over to the chat and see. No one's left any things, but we're moving along pretty splendidly. All right. Let's go back down here. We'll look at some of Hair Metal Doctor's, pictures I used to design him. Here you can see I used a couple of pictures of Ozzy Osbourne to sketch out some faces. And they really look like Ozzy Osbourne. Younger and stuff like that. Here, let me blow them up a bit. You see this? Here's Hair Metal Doctor. I don't want to say this is actually what he looks like without his mask, but it may be. Huh? I designed him like that. Now let's also look at his accessories. Here's Hair Metal Doctor's stuff. His doctor's coat and his other stuff he comes with him. Looks pretty good. You see it says his doctor coat looks pretty awesome. Now we look at some more faces I used Dr. Mindbender from G.I. Joe because he's based on him. I used Toe Cutter from Mad Max and Ozzy Osbourne. I mixed these faces together to come up with these three faces. And the artwork is pretty good. Here's a closer look at them. And as I said, This artwork here, where I designed their faces, they'll be included in the Scumdogs graphic novel. The graphic novel itself will be 66 pages long. There'll be maybe another 10 or so, 10 or 20, 10 or 18 pages of stuff like this, designs I used to design the characters, maybe some words about what I did. You got, looks awesome here. All right, let's here's Miss Breasty Mullins. Let me go get the artwork up for that. She's like I based her from the Baroness from G.I. Joe. Here's the fully colored version of it. Here's a closer up look at it, and it looks awesome. You gotta love the pose she has, huh? Looks good. You see the background looking pretty good. Now, these two pinups will be up on t-shirts up from Crypto Fashion eventually. So go out and get some of them when I have them out. They're not out yet, but they will be. They are coming, like everything else. Here's this page. I love the artwork on it, showing Death Mug. It really shows how expressive he can be, huh? See this? All right, look at this. There's this panel again. Yeah, I love how it looks, huh? All right, over here. Here's Miss Breasty Mullins' face. I used it. Well, I used a couple of pictures to design her face and stuff. Right. Go back over here. Looks good. I'll come back to her in a moment. All right. Here, let's compare. Here. See the artwork? All right. Let me go back over to chat just quickly. We're 12 minutes in, so not too shabby. Let's see. Yeah, I love this picture here, huh? Looks pretty awesome with everything that's going on it, huh? Looks so cool. While we go up here, we see Papa Snore with his expression on his face with the mud dripping from his mustache. How it looks. All right. All right. Here's stuff. All right. Some other stuff. As I said, the artwork looks pretty good and stuff. Now, I really love this because their expressions are so expressive and stuff like that. How it looks and stuff. You gotta love it and stuff. Look at this. Like that. Look at him. Look this. And then he screams and Gag the Hag just hears it. All right. Let's go back over here. Here's this and stuff. The colored version is pretty good. Here's the actual first cover to the Scumdogs graphic novel. This is the first cover. I have a few others designed, including using the Hair Metal Doctor's pinup as an alternate cover. I've been thinking about using that because it looks good. You can see the Death Mug, Murder Mouth, and Death Mug being the guy in purple with the silver mask, Murder Mouth being the guy with the top hat with the blue skin, Sloppy being the pink guy, and you also see E.T. Allen and the guy with the things coming out of his head back there. I've been thinking about redoing this cover and maybe adding a few more Scumdogs characters in the background, emerging out of that warp zone. Looks pretty good. All right. Let me go back down here. There's Miss Breasty Mullins. I love the fact that she's just putting on a pose like that. She's got a really cool looking face, and she looks awesome. Let's go back over here. Got a few other stuff like that. This. Let's bring you up. I love how she looks, huh? She looks so cool here. She looks like she knows what she's doing. She looks like she's a fun-loving girl, and but she's based on the Baroness, but I want to turn her personality into more of a fun-loving type. Let's go back over to here. Let's go over here and this. Now, let's go over to Indiegogo. Wait a minute before I go. Yeah. Let's go over to Indiegogo. All Luck Comics, 662 raised. Amateur 1. Let's take a look at this. 60 days. It's made it what it needed and stuff. Fully funded. Ongoing action anthology, 3 features. Space Heroes and Treasure Hunters in the Bermuda Triangle. Well, the artwork looks pretty good. As a DC Comics and comic strip, I've worked on dozens of well-known comics characters from Batman to Scooby-Doo, Garfield to the Phantom, Harry Potter to, well, you get the idea. Now I've got an opportunity to do my own thing with my own characters and my own creator-owned indie title, All Luck Comics. All Luck Comics. 64 pages of action comics. Check out all 3 video trailers above for a good look at each feature. Captain Luck Spy 66. Looks pretty good. Ooh. I like the artwork. Nice. Very, very nice. Interior art is pretty good. Okay. Let's go look at this. Let's see. To this trailer. All right, that was the first trailer. Looks pretty good. Let's see. Maybe look at the next trailer now. Just a moment. Let me check something out here. Just doing that. Let me skip back to this. All Luck Comics. Not bad. Let's see that again, huh? Some of that artwork, huh? All right. Let's go to this one now. All right. All right. All Luck Comics. Adventure 1, 2, retro style action. Looks like a great looking book. Well, 2 books and stuff. Looks very good. Let's see this. Support All Luck Comics, 2 USD. PDF digital version, 5 USD. PDF digital issue, 1. Tim Lemon's variant cover, 15 USD. John Royal variant cover, 15 USD. Not bad. All right. Print edition 1 and 2, 25 USD. Not bad. All right. It looks pretty good. How long is this, huh? All right. Looks like a good-looking comic book, I have to say. Both of them do. Going back, it looks really, it's already fully funded, and it's making a lot more money. Yeah. Action adventure, All Luck Comics Adventure. Yeah, one hell of a good-looking book. Let's go and look at some other stuff now. Or rather, maybe I'll leave it here. Let's go to Bounding into Comics. All right. Let's see. Amberhead's former personal assistant alleges Aquaman star personal sexual assault story and twisted into her own story to defend herself. Justice League storyboards show off Jack Snyder's original Dark Vision for Steppenwolf's space. Dave Dorman recreates Frank Frazetta's Luna. All right, let's take a look at this. Artist Dave Dorman, best known for his Star Wars artwork, has recently been sharing recreations of Frank Frazetta's classic pieces of artwork. Most recently, Dorman shared his recreation of Frazetta's Luena. Frazetta's original artwork appeared in the cover of Vampirella 31 back in 1974. The art promoted an interior story titled Luena that was adapted by Dave Monick with art by Esteban. The story saw Luena rescue a man named George Barrett from a group of Wendiri. The story saw Luena rescue a man named George Barrett from a group saw Let me say that again. The story saw Luena rescue a man named George Barrett from. I keep screwing that up. I had it right the first time. I think I had better off just doing that. Let's get to this. The story saw Luena rescue a man named George Barrett from a group of Wendiri tribesmen who hit him with a poison dart. The two would then cross paths again when Barrett is contracted by Isabel Saxon to discover the location of her father, Ivan Saxon, whose plane crashed some 15 years ago. Dorman shared his recreation of today's famous Luena painting to fate. He explained it was an oil on a canvas. Dorman also added that this was a tough one because there are no really good reproductions of the full art. Most are cropped in some way, and the ones that show the most image have logos across the top obscuring the background, and as always, every reproduction is a different color exposure. He continued, trying my best to get into the style and mood of Frazetti. I hope I have done this piece justice. He then thanked his followers for feedback. Thanks all for your feedback, and I'm enjoying hearing from all of you about these hidden gems in my art output. Take a look at Dorman's Luna. This isn't the first recreation for today's artwork that Dorman has done. It's actually in a series of paintings recreating Frazetti's work. Earlier this month, Dorman announced his Frazetti's recreation side project by showing his on Theriva, Princess of Mars. He wrote on Facebook, "Hi all. I thought I'd share something I've been doing on the side. Most of you know that I've talked about how I learned to paint by studying Frazetti's work and doing copies of his paintings to learn how he lays on the paint. This was in the late 1970s when I first started to paint, before my own drawing was good enough to use as a basis for good painting." Dorman continued. Over the years, I moved away from Frazzetti's style as my circle of artistic influences grew wider, and I started developing my own style and techniques. But there was always that Frazzetti vibe in the back of my artistic head. He added, last year I was asked to do some recreations for Frazzetti's pieces. While I hesitated at first, I decided to at least give it a try since my earliest works were copies of his art. So as a commission and as a challenge for me to see how far I've come, I've decided to do it. He then stated, since that first time I've recreated a few more and actually found myself learning more about his style and my painting ability. With each one I completed, it made me feel like a student again. Finally, he concludes, so I'm sharing one here. If there is an interest, I'll be more than happy to share others. I hope you enjoy the sight of my art. Footy's original artwork appeared on the cover of Edgar Rice Burroughs' Thriva Made of Mars, that was originally published in 1972. Also earlier this month, shared his recreation for Frazzetti's more of his artwork. Frazzetti's The Flesh Giants first appeared on the cover of Robert E. Howard's Conan the Cimmerian, published by Lancer in 1969. Dorman shared his recreation to Facebook, saying, well, it seems like I hit a nugget of gold in my posting of my recreation for his painting at Thriva. I put it up yesterday. So I'll post one more for now and save the others for later. Maybe make Sundays Frazzetti Day from Davis Dugnett. Let me know. Dorman continued. Today's post is one of the most popular pieces of Frazzetti's, The Flesh Giants, certainly an inspiration for generations of artists, including me. There were quite a number of challenges in this piece, including washes that needed to be laid down precisely in the remodeling of the snow on the mountaintop, to name a few. He concluded anyway. Here's my final my recreation. It's good, huh? Looking very good. You looked at this. Let's go now to something else. Let's go look at this. Let's look at some of this artwork for the upcoming Justice League movie and stuff. The original version of it anyway. Storyboard. Zack Snyder's Justice League have been released, and they showed what the director had in mind originally for the team's climatic confrontation with Steppenwolf. Posted to Imgur, their art shows that what Snyder wanted the terraform power plant the villainous new god used as a base. It also displays initial designs for Parademon, Steppenwolf, and Batman operating a big laser gun. Take a look at these images. Take a look at these stunning images. All right. Parademons make their way through the various tunnels within the base. You can see descending from on high. The next one shows Steppenwolf walking beside a Parademon. A view from inside the tower looking out over the lands that Parademons have conquered. The next couple of images appear to show the Justice League infiltrating the tower with the use of one of Batman's vehicles. Tower begins to crumble as the Justice League continue with what they're doing. Another shot of Steppenwolf. And the mother boxes. Yep. Batman appears to have co-opted Steppenwolf's apocalyptic technology using one of the big guns against his enemies, against his forces. A close-up Parademon. Close-up demon. Character designs. Looks pretty well. Another shot in the tower outside. It appears as if Batman is approaching the tower. Yeah. A shot of Batman on the big gun. From another angle. The imagery of Steppenwolf's original invasion of Earth, not to be confused with his during ancient times attacked by Joss Whedon in theatrical release. In the Snyder Cut, it is Darkseid Euxus who makes an attempt on the planet back when the Greek pantheon ruled. He was beaten back by Zeus and Ares, who left him for dead. Snyder revealed this is some concept art last year. Steppenwolf's design reverts to the decidedly more nightmarish alien one Snyder intended. Cut's longer running time should expand more on Steppenwolf's story as well. Locked from almost a year ago suggests Steppenwolf was sent by Darkseid, but Steppenwolf wound up betraying him and sought to take Earth for himself. And in an attempt to raise an army, he wanted to forces large enough to challenge Darkseid, but Wonder Woman and Aquaman made sure Steppenwolf met his end. As the storyboard suggests, everything in Snyder's Justice League is more Geiger-inspired and hellish. The central square in Steppenwolf's base that houses the mother boxes resembles something out of Alien or Prometheus. Indicate Martian Manhunter, Harry Lennox will join the fight. Snyder has said John Jones will figure in and that he was disguised as General Swinwick the whole time. He just has to finish shooting a few things in Los Angeles. Hopefully the darker, more morbid tone and landscape is what we're in for. Snyder Cut. Looks good. Looks very good. Pre-release playthrough, Creed Valhalla gives... But then again, I also... what can I say here? I do want a more hopeful DC universe. So I can't be... I can say this hopefully will lead into it. Herd's former personal... Yeah, even though this looks dark, I hope it does lead to a better DC, more hopeful universe and stuff. All right, let's see. Anyone? Oh, we have more people watching us. Thank you for checking in. We'll continue looking at some stuff. All right. Let's go look at this now. How Amber Heard is screwed. Let's see about what's happening with Amber Heard. As Johnny Depp's libel trial, UK-based tabloid The Sun continues to unfold, a witness statement recently submitted by ex-wife Amber Heard's former personal assistant details how the Aquaman actress had stolen the assistant's sexual violence conversation and twisted it into her own story to benefit herself. James was employed as Heard's personal assistant from March 2012 to February 2015. In her recent statement submitted directly to the London High Court, James revealed that she had been sexually assaulted during a trip to Brazil. She further stated that she made the discovery that Heard was using the most harrowing experience of my life as her own narrative only after receiving documents related to the legal battle with the Sun. James stated, as I perused this document, much to my utter shock and dismay, I discovered that Miss Heard had in fact stolen my sexual violence conversation with her and twisted it into her own story to benefit herself. She added, this of course caused me extreme distress and outrage that she would dare to attempt to use the most harrowing experience of my life as her own narrative. When asked by Shasa Was, the legal representative for the Sun regarding Depp's libel lawsuit, why she decided to provide this evidence to the court, James asserted that she was doing so out of concern for the very real survivors of sexual assault. James explained, I'm a sexual violence survivor, and it's very serious to take that stance if you're not one, and I am one, and that's the reason I'm here, because I take offense. The specific elements of James' story appropriated by Heard were not released to the public. James further added, when questioned by Depp's attorney, David Sherbin, that Amber Heard referred to a conversation about me being raped in Brazil, she twisted into her own story she used for her own use. This alleged sordid act of plagiarism was only one of many claims put forth by James in her statement that supported Depp's statement that he was not the violent wife-beater as portrayed by Heard in The Sun. Regarding Heard's alcohol consumption, James stated that the actress would drink vast quantities of red wine each night, while Depp would only be allowed to drink non-alcoholic beer, which James was regularly tasked with purchasing. James also stated that she never saw any physical violence between the celebrity couple, despite almost daily visitations to Heard's Los Angeles home. Furthermore, though James saw Heard naked or semi-naked during various fashion fittings, James at no time saw any evidence of bruising or swelling. Recalling that Heard only referred to Depp disparagingly, saying that she was dating this old man, James declared that Depp was a softly spoken and peaceful individual, and noted that he was a very pleasant and courteous upon meeting me. James also shared her belief that Heard considered herself above the law, recalling two specific incidents involving foreign nation immigration policies. In 2014, James described how Heard attempted to lie to Homeland Security officials regarding the curious amount of travel being undertaken by a woman named Savannah, whom Heard had hired as an assistant, by stating that McMillan's constant travel was not due to work, but because she was a personal friend of Heard. James explained Savannah, a British citizen, had been held in immigration and questioned about the frequency that she had been coming and going from the USA. In Amber's letter, she called it fraudulent that it was being alleged that Savannah was working for Amber unlawfully. James continued, Miss Heard said that as Savannah's friend, she could say truthfully and unequivocally that this allegation is entirely false. I would like to go on the set record saying that Savannah McMillan is a personal friend to my, and to my knowledge, she has never worked unlawfully or otherwise in the United States or for me. Then added, Amber was therefore willfully lying to the U.S. Immigration Department. The other involved the now infamous 2015 incident in which Depp and Heard illegally transported their Yorkshire Terriers, Pistol and Boo, into Australia, which James claimed resulted from the way Heard's eyes would glaze over and she would walk away when approached with issues relating to the dog's immigration procedures. Instead, Heard opted to deliberately smuggle dogs into Australia, with James adding that as in several circumstances was observed, it was as if she felt that she was above the law. James' statement also stated that if the fact that she was willing to ask me to sign such a statement under oath is a reflection of her approach to me. In general, she did not care about throwing anyone under the bus if it meant saving her own. James was accused by Weiss of providing false testimony to the court in order to support Depp, suggesting that Mr. Depp or somebody acting for him had yet to put your heads together to give false evidence in this case. The accusation came after Weiss presented a text message from Depp to James dated August 13th, 2016 that read, "Thank you, sweetheart. I'm disgusted that I touched that scum back on Tuesday and then court." It continued, will hit you when I get back. Come for a spot of purple and we will fix her flabby ass nice and good. James denied the accusation and told the lawyer that, well, that is simply not true. Looks interesting. All right. Looked at that. Let's maybe go over to something else. We got this covered now. Let's go over here real quick. Still no chats. If you want to leave some chats, leave some for me. I love to hear from my fans. All right. Everything new on Netflix, Hulu, Prime, Disney Plus, and more this weekend. All right. Let's go down here. Deadpool 3 is reportedly a prequel set earlier in the MCU timeline. One of the Avengers will reportedly try to hunt down Spider-Man. David Tennant reportedly talks to return as in the MCU. Sponge on the Run, upset about the Netflix release. Let's see. Let's go look at this. Deadpool 3. Despite what Rob Liefeld might be saying, Deadpool 3 is in the works over at Disney. Ryan Reynolds and Mark with their mouth will be brought over from the Fox franchise and folded into the MCU, while Wade Wilson's meta-humor and fourth wall-breaking antics mean it won't break the world to drop him into the Marvel Universe. The character will still require some tweaks, including, it seems, a brand new origin story. Sources say to WGTC, the same ones who previously told us that Guardians will cameo in Thor: Love and Thunder, Ryan Reynolds has a secret role in Hobbs and Shaw, say that Deadpool 3 will actually be a prequel. We've been told that Marvel wants the film to be set early in the MCU timeline that can establish a different origin story for the Tyler character, involving him working as a mercenary assassin for the Weapon X program. We don't have a specific time frame for when the MCU's history would be set, and it could be just a little bit before the franchise's present day when it last count in the year 2023. And it could be long before, which would fit with Marvel's newfound interest in dipping around the timeline, starting with Captain Marvel. This trend will continue with both the next MCU flicks, Black Widow and the Eternals. At this point, we can't confirm when the prequel will be set, only that it won't be in the present day of the Marvel universe. As we've reported before, the MCU's Deadpool will be a slightly different character from the Fox version, though he'll still be self-aware and no doubt poke fun in his studio switch. Redoing his origin to tie him into Weapon X only makes sense, too, as it matches his comic book beginnings. It will tie him to an organization that has connections with other heroes. Remember, Deadpool will be more closely related to Marvel's X-Men than he was Fox's. Well, that sounds... Well, this is news, isn't it? This is news about hearing Deadpool coming to the MCU. Let's see. So that's a new thing we've just learned. So I heard that they were going to do that, but that's a good thing, I think. It establishes the Weapon X program being around for years. So that's good. Well, somewhat, yeah. That's just what it is, being established like that. All right. What should I look at next? Let's go over here. All right. All right. Since the first episode of SpongeBob SquarePants aired on May 1st, 1999, the animated sitcom was developed into an entertainment empire boasting numerous lines of merchandise, several theme parks, attractions, and as many as 3 feature films. The series does not plan on stopping anytime soon with such a long and turbulent history, however, come highs and lows. After the SpongeBob SquarePants movie hit theaters in 2004, series creator Steven Hillenburg moved on to other projects. Losing him was a big blow, and the show's critical reception began to dwindle while its popularity continued to rise. A live-action animated hybrid, Sponge Out of Water, followed suit 11 years later. Now, a third film titled Sponge on the Run is getting ready for Netflix. Well, kind of. You see, in a bit of confusing situation, CBS All Access has the U.S. rights, while Netflix has the international rights. And as you can see down below, by just as simple as what folks are saying on Twitter, not too many people are happy with the arrangement. All right. Ooh. A bunch of tweets and stuff saying about who has the stuff and who owns him and stuff. Let's get down to down here. Loosely based on an episode in the actual series, Sponge on the Run follows SpongeBob and Patrick as they travel to the lost city of Atlantic City in order to reclaim the former stolen pet snail, Gary. Written and directed by longtime SpongeBob SquarePants creative Tim Hill, the film will star Keanu Reeves alongside series regular voice casting will arrive next year. Tell us, though, are you happy with the release strategy the studio has chosen, and are you frustrated that it won't be coming to the theaters? Let us know by dropping a comment in the usual place. All right, looked at that. Let's go over to Spider-Man now. All right. People that didn't stick around during the credits, Spider-Man Far From Home, would have realized that Peter Parker has his secret identity revealed to the world by J.K. Simmons. A surprise cameo is J. Jonah Jameson until much later, but it will nevertheless act as the driving force behind the plot of the Web-Slinger's third solo adventure. While story details about the delayed sequel remain vague, fans seem convinced that the movie will be titled Home Run. Based on what we know so far, while Spider-Man attempting to evade the authorities, also presenting the ideal opportunity to introduce heavily rumored Kraven the Hunter into the mix. Of course, with this being the MCU, there is also bound to be the other characters after him as well. And we've now heard from our sources that the same ones who told us that Netflix is doing an Extraction sequel, and show to Disney that one of the most powerful Avengers will try and put Spidey behind bar. Oh, God. According to our intel, by the time Captain Marvel won't have cleared his name entirely, despite his efforts in Spider-Man 3 and thinking he's still a criminal, Carol will attempt to hunt him down and put him in... Oh, I know it. More Carol Danvers. God. I don't really need to go into more detail than that. Please, no. This sounds like trash. Complete and utter trash. Oh. Anyone, come on. This is not going to save Captain Marvel. It's just going to make her look even worse. Looks like God. What can I say, folks? The MCU is going down, and I don't think Deadpool or the X-Men are going to save it. I don't care if they have Deadpool's going to be a prequel. It's just not salvageable. Right. I looked at that. Let's look at something else. Let's see if any chat's in. No, it doesn't look like it. Look at this. Maybe go to Disney Star Wars is dumb. Let's try something else first. VG 24/7. Let's see here. Ghost of Tsushima tips. Death. Microsoft Flight Simulator feature a built-in marketplace. Don't see anything too fun. Looked at that. Let's see here. IGN. Let's try that. That's Netflix. Sony Xbox have very different next-gen takes. That still doesn't look too good. All right. Let's go to Disney Star Wars is dumb. Is dumb. Let's go down here. The pedo, yeah, there we already looked at that. Go down here again. Dillards and Dimwits, I think, right? Let's go down here. Did I pass it? No, it doesn't look like I did. Going to look for that. All right, go down. I still haven't found it. Dillards and Dimwits. Let's go over here. What values didn't extend to Orion Black? I guess still no stuff like that, huh? But just because I'm doing that, let's see. Dillards and Dimwits. Didn't come out right. Assuming the social justice. Yeah. I'm just getting this up so I can come back to it easier. Looked at this. Let's go to looking at something else. I'll go back over here, 48 minutes in. Maybe I'll go look at some other stuff first. Let's see if I can't find some more new Indiegogos up, huh? Looked at All Luck Comics Adventure. Pretty good looking book. It's made $662. Fully funded already. It's just going to make even more money. Thrasher's comic book issues 1 and 2 is $60. Got 28 days left. Doing pretty good. Shiva Squad's at 6,188. The Plot Holes is at 257, 678. Now running through in demand. Fragaboom's at 172, 166 and stuff. Do As You're Told has 8 hours left, $61,614. Doing great. Let's go down here. Ooh, The Lost Pages from Zed Comics says 11 days left. It's at 19,379. And Ethan Van Sciver's Cyberfrog 2 is at 34,827. That's pretty good. Let me do this. Let's see if I can't get some more indie. Oh, Cecil's big cover. As you know, Cecil has a new project out. It's Cecil's on a cover with Red Sonja. Looking pretty good, huh? Let's do this.
Hello, my name is Cecil. I am the world famous creator of the eternally anticipated Cash Grab comic book. And I want to tell you a story of when I was a young boy. And my mother said to me, Cecil, what's your greatest dream in life? And I thought for a moment and I said, Mother, one day I'd like to be on the cover of a comic book with Red Sonja and Vampirella fighting over me. My mother's face quickly grew flushed with anger. She grabbed her wooden spoon and began to beat me senseless. And then she called me something that I'll always remember. She said, Cecil, you're nothing but a big boob. Well, Mom, who's the big boob now? Would a big boob ever make it to the cover of a Dynamite comic book? I don't think so. This was created by Donald DeLay, colors by Kyle Ritter, and it is also being offered in line art variant, the virgin cover without the dressing. You can get them autographed by me. If you are a art connoisseur, you can get one with a sketch by me on it. I recommend that at that point it will become a family heirloom. It will be something that will be passed on for generations. Family members, your children will fight over it upon your death. So that's nice to have. Oh yeah. You know what a neck gaiter is? It's like a scarf that covers your mouth. I guess it's pretty good for like pandemic stuff too, but don't quote me on that. I don't know if it's medical, but beauty of it is it looks just like my face. So if you're ugly and you want to look like me, you can just wear one of these neck gaiters and you can look like me. And I promise you the world will change. Oh, did I say t-shirts already? Yeah, you get a t-shirt of this beautiful picture. If you want to be catch the attention of ladies or even catch the attention of men, t-shirt of this beautiful image will do it. I promise you, your life will change once you purchase this. I thank you for your time, and I hope you pick up some of these great stuff and check out the campaign. Thanks.
And that was Cecil's big cover, where he's now on his cover. You can all three covers signed for $100, and Lucky in Love cover $20 USD. Not bad. That's good. Virginish cover. Lucky in Love cover $20 USD. This is good. This is all very good. Very, very nice. And various kinds of stuff. This is great. Yeah, going back it's already fully made what it's needed. It's just making even more money. It's got 29 days left. So this is just a great thing. Let's go over here. Let's see. Anyone left any comments on what we just watched? All right. Let's see. Black and White has 32 hours left. 33,267. Ultraviolet, a coming-of-age comic series about who becomes a host for a radioactive symbiote. A coming-of-age about a J. This looks awful woke, so maybe I don't want to see it. And the artwork doesn't look all that great, but who knows? Chronicles of Calamity now footing through in demand. It's made 5,344. T-Bird and Throttle fully funded and 2 days left, 19,420. We'll probably go into another 30-day campaign. Graham Reynolds to Chinoo is 63,318. Unhinged Entertainment is fully funded with $6,020 with 4 days left. It'll go into probably in demand, so that's another plus. Replicator Remastered now funding through in demand. Thrusters issues like that. Monster Matador, Tango the Matadors 1. Let's take a look at this.
Our first issue takes us to Puerto Barrios, Guatemala, where the monstrous Volagante and her brood have brought...
Let me do that again.
Our first issue takes us to Puerto Barrios, Guatemala, where the monstrous Volagante and her brood have brought death and destruction upon its people. Now a ragtag group of locals have joined forces with the Monster Matador to take back their city. Will the combined forces be enough to end the terror of the Volagante? And when a second Monster Matador arrives on the scene, will it be his friend or foe? Find out in Monster Matador, Tango of the Matadors #1. Our first issue takes...
All right, that wasn't bad. Maybe we'll look at this again. It's already fully funded and stuff, so that's good for it. Now funding through in demand. Butcher Cleaver. Wow, Lady Alchemy has been coming along. 51,916. So we're doing pretty well. Peregrine Wings the Falcon. Deep Well. Battle Maiden Knuckle Bomb has made $40,000. Now funding through in demand. Lillian Rapperlet has made 143 USD, 28 days left. How much are they going for exactly? 1,000. That's not bad. It's coming along pretty good so far. All right, let's see. Lost Pages is at 19,379. It's getting close. It's got 11 days left. So let's take a look at this.
The Lost Pages, from the minds and hands of Zade Comics, comes the first book in their connected universe of heroes, with a cover by legendary illustrator Simon Bisley. The Lost Pages is the story of a magical book in the hands of a homeless man. Within it are tales lost to time, of heroes from different eras and walks of life, all protecting humanity from evil. As the word of the book is spoken around a trash fire, new crusaders of justice will be revealed to this world. A supernatural vigilante on the hard streets of Chicago named the Silhouette. An ancient sorcerer battling horrific myth on the high seas known as Wildcard. A modern-day mental monster from the mind of a bodybuilder babe, Crimstone. And a pulp hero from the 1930s, a master of disguise donning the mask of the masquerade. This is just the beginning, for in the future these heroes and more will come together to write the end of the world. But for now, the ink of life flows on every page. Will you be there to read it?
All right. That was the trailer to The Lost Pages. It's fully funded, but it's, coming along great. It'll probably reach $20,000 before the end of its campaign here, and then it's going to into demand. Let's see. Let's look at the updates. July 13th. Cards are galore. Here's some. Happy Monday, Zad Comics fans. We are glad to say we have reached 19,000, and it's all thanks to you. We are getting new art in all of the time, including something for everyone. All physical backers will receive this trading card for Vine, our bunny hunter from hell. This art was painted with watercolors by Pearson, creator of Doc Salem. Make sure you get that bonus comic, which now features a Vane story in it, plus many more. And now up for grabs, 3 exclusive sketch cards fully colored by Preston himself. Nice. Looks very good. Grab them up quick before they sell it. They are first come, first serve, so please comment which one you would like. Looking good. Looking very good. I'll tell you, this artwork looks great here. What else can I see here? What else? All right, let's go look at some other stuff. Let's see. 14. All right. Let's go look at this. Sins of the Phase at 4,810 with 20 days left. Florida Man's at 23,000. The Merry Mascots are funding through in demand for 16,156. The 3 Nights, 4 Days, 1 has made $14,510. So yeah, it's doing good. It's got 33 days left. Dr. Alpha is still funding through in demand. Let's see. Other stuff here. Xenotype is done well. Adam is doing good. Metal Militia hardcovers made 16,600 $600. Ping has made $3,788 with 15 days left. Mortal Worlds is still funding through In Demand. It's made $2,770. Looking good. SOS Onslaught has made $3,814. And Jawbreakers Grand Bazaar, $189, $405. We have Grayscale, Welcome to Glitter City, making $8,005, now funding through In Demand. There's More Lethal, which has made $2,325. And of course, Outlaw Knights, Genesis of the Renegades, made $7,075. Ned, Lord of the Pit, A Comedy of Terrors, has made $5,820. Let's see this. All right, that was Outlaw Knights, looking pretty good. It's been fully funded, and yeah, I'm glad. It had great artwork. Let's see this. Let's see. Looks like this did well. Looks like it's ended and stuff, but it did make over what it was doing, so that's good. Let's go down here. Heretic 1 making $2,060. Let's see. Ooh, the Dragon Guard, $43,000. And $847. We haven't looked at that for a while. Doing very good. You gotta love the artwork. Wait a minute. Yeah, I guess this is the shorter. No. Funny. I don't remember these being so long. No, there's that. Let's see this. 3 minutes in. I guess we could look at this first trailer. Awful long, though. What's awesome? And that was the Dragon Guard. All right, let's look at something else now. Show more. Ooh, we have Tilt. We haven't looked at it for a while. Camel Moon's Hell Salad is made 22,972. The Zombieful World of Oz has been fully funded. Lucient. Let's look at the Lucient.
When dreams and reality collide, a life is turned upside down.
I'm bored. The Lucient has made 26,681, and it's doing very good. It's a good-looking comic book. I just found the trailer a bit boring, but it's got great artwork in it, and it's still free through in demand. All right, let's go over here. Let's go over here. Let's go look at Camel Moon's Hell Salad.
Hi, you're watching Camel Moon on YouTube. If you enjoyed this cartoon, sign up for the Hail Salad comic merch campaign on Indiegogo, and you'll be notified of its launch. Thanks for watching.
I'm already drunk because I've had enough of this shit. Let's let Cecil in here as well. Cecil, how are you?
I haven't had a drink, but I got a glass and I got a bucket of ice and I got a bottle of whiskey next to me.
You're like Howard Hughes.
All right. That wasn't too bad like that, but I'm not so sure I want to watch the entire thing. I only got a few minutes. Ooh, what is your handle on Twitter? What is my handle on Twitter? Let me go over to it. Let me go to profile. Chris Williams at 777megachris1. That's my handle on Twitter. Be sure to go and subscribe to me if you want to. But keep on watching this. I could continue watching this hell thing right here, but I figured we only got a few more minutes left, and maybe just not stay around on this for the entire thing, huh? We also have Tilt. We have other stuff down here. I could go back to that Camel Moon thing, but we already watched it once. If you want me to watch it again, leave me a few more chats, and I'll end this show with that, I suppose. Let's see. We got SOS Onslaught Graphic Novel 1 has made 3,814, and that's good for it. It's made a bunch of money, and More Lethal has made 2,325. Rocket Gal and the Mole Man of Mars, now funding through in demand, has made 14,955. Doing great. All right. There's Extreme Champion Tournament Fractured World, about how, well, this is about, let's go read this a bit more. In the year 2069, the Extreme Champion Tournament, XCD, has cloned some of the past's greatest heroes, villains, and monsters. Caged and forced to comply, they have only one choice: to compete in the most brutal sport in the world as part of it. The issue takes the action out from the arena and brings it into the real world. This amps up the action, excitement, and intrigue for new readers coming aboard the journey. There are PDFs and physical copies of all previous issues available as rewards and add-ons. After a fiery explosion rocked the XCT arena, Spartacus and his team tried to stop the bloodthirsty monsters and villains from escaping, but failed. Now, with a team member down and the rest scattered across the countryside, Khan uses the opportunity to his advantage. Will Spartacus overcome his defeat to take up arms against Khan, or will he stand up by and watch the world fall? Wow, not bad. And the artwork is pretty good for this book. Looks like a great book. It's made $134, going for $350 with 9 days left. I'm sure it's going to do it, and maybe just helping it just keep going a bit forward, huh? Going back, Extreme Champion Tournament, Fractured World. Little Girl Lethal has made $24,497. Sidewinder, we've talked about before, has made $378. Smuggler's Labyrinth, it's been done well. It's done very well. Well, it's only got that. It's going for $5,000, but it's a book with some good artwork, and you should go and back it while you have the chance. All right. It's from that's Sidewinder, Smuggler's Labyrinth. Good looking book. And it's, well, Sidewinder hardcover book, 50 USD, graphic novel, 40 USD. As you can see, the artwork is pretty good for this book, starring a space western. It just looks good. All right, there's this. Now I got looking at this stuff. Could look at Tilt real quick. Here's Tilt, looking like one hell of a good looking book. Let's see. Yesterday, there's update. Fourth, added. Is justice or revenge in the cards? Jennifer Poehler is in danger. Her father Larry was murdered by mobsters, and now they are after her. In the afterlife, Larry begs a powerful spirit to protect his daughter. The spirit gives Jennifer the power to make the kings, queens, and jacks in a deck of cards come alive. They will protect her, but for a price. Jennifer must use this power to eliminate the mobsters who killed her dad. The kings, queens, and jacks are ready for action, but what about Jennifer? Issue 1 of 3 issues series. Looks good. As you can see, it looks very violent. The artwork looks pretty good. That's Tilt. It's made $4,322, but you can still fund it. Let's see. One pair, get the PDF for, you can get get the PDF of Tilt for $4. Get 2 pairs, standard cover. Physical copy with a standard cover designed by Jody and McGiff in the PDF for $13. That means you can get this issue plus the PDF for $13. That's very reasonable. Very, very reasonable. All right. So it looks good. Let's see here. Other stuff to look at. Let's see. More Lethal has been fully funded. It's made $2,325. It looks good. Ooh, Arma Casanova sketch card, 100 USD. As you can see, the artwork looks good. This is the story of Akani, a cybernetic swordswoman who goes after the people who stole one of the people she loves. So she goes out to save her friend. You can also fund Cybershock 1.10 limited edition, 25 USD, looking like a good comic book as well. Otherwise, this book looks pretty good. And as you said, the artwork is great. It's black and white, but it looks awesome. That's More Lethal. Go and fund it. All right. Look at this. Ned, Lord of the Pit, a comedy of terrors. Let's go look at this now. Maybe not the entire thing.
Well, you better watch out. Hi, my name is Jim Calafiore. I'm the creator of Ned, Lord of the Pit, and this is the part of the video where I ask for your support. And I really do appreciate any support you give to the project. But let's talk about the important issue. Demons. Demons exist. I know it, and now Ned, the hero of our story, knows it. He's dealing with a lot. Heaven, hell, all of it. Parasite demons, stinky demons, couch potato demons, disconcertingly friendly demons, noisy demons, oversexed succubi, bickering angels, curious detectives, parental issues, one seriously annoying zombie roommate, and worst of all, a 7-year-old's birthday party. Ned never really believed in any of this heaven and hell stuff. Schmuck. He'll find out. He'll find out how deep it goes, about his legacy, about those who want to take his legacy away from him personally. You see, excuse me, I have to go back. Thanks for
Watch it.
All right. That was Ned, Lord of the Pit, a comedy of terrors. Looks like a great book. It's still running through in demand. You can get the digital edition for $10. The book, 144 pages for $25 USD, and that's a great steal for a 144-page book. Looks great. Let's see. How much is it? Wait for a second. Yeah. 5,820. Let's look at something else now. There's T-Bird and Throttle, which has 2 days left, and it's made 19,420. It's just in its first 30 days, too. So it's going to go into another 30 days and probably make well over this, and then it's going to in demand. But first, we're at 18 minutes. I'm going to say go and subscribe to, well, Stitched Together Picks. It's hosted by the Maniacal Cinephile, and this YouTube channel is great. Go and subscribe to Stitched Together Picks because you'll love his reviews of movies. They are great, and they are good. Also, go over to Creepy Little Book. They're like the Art Bell radio show. He talks about with his friends who are other popular YouTubers about the strange and weird things that go on in the world, like aliens and ghosts. He live streams nightly at 10 o'clock with his friends who are, as I said, other popular YouTubers. You'll get Fedorable to Horrible, Tina, and Mecha Random 42. That's Creepy Little Book. Also, go over to Robot Co-op. They're like Mystery Science Theater 3000. They do these live streams while playing video games with these robot puppets, and they're funny as hell. You watch them play video games, you watch them do stuff, and you watch them lampoon those games with funny jokes. That's Robot Co-op. In fact, subscribe to anything else Robot Co-op is doing. They have a bunch of channels, and you love all of them. That's Robot Co-op. All right. Now, I'll be back again tomorrow at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. I'm Chris Williams, and from the Scumdogs Kennel, I'm going to thank you all for joining me. Remember, I'll be back again at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock for another live stream. Go and subscribe to my own channel, Read Comics They're Bad For You. The there is misspelled. It's THERE. Also, go and subscribe to my channels on BitChute and Library. They're both under the name Comic Freak. Remember, I'll be back. Go and subscribe to my channel on Read Comics They're Bad For You. And I'm Chris Williams. I'll be back again tomorrow. See you later, folks.